Good morning, cranky old patriot Rob Harrington. Well, this is kind of a little story about how sick our country is and how divided and how fallen we've become. I was having a conversation, a very spirited conversation with this diehard rightist, fascist, corporatist. He's a pig. He had soulless eyes. He had no life in his eyes. And he was so proud of himself that he was a DEA helicopter mechanic down in Colombia. And I've lived in Colombia and Venezuela, so I do know the geographical and the historical aspects of that part of the world. And he was so proud of himself with all the money he's made and all the properties he owns and all the benefits he gets from the taxpayers for basically being an aider or better to putting poison on helicopters or OV-10s, aircraft, and spraying poisons over the indigenous people, really over the border in Venezuela is what his mission was, out of Cucuta, Colombia. He's very specific, and I knew exactly where he's at because I know that part of the world. And he's proud of himself. And I'm thinking, dude, you with your soulless, lifeless eyes, you're an evil motherfucker. You created death and serious health problems for people for generations to come down there, just like we did in Colombia and in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, spraying pesticides to flush out guerrillas, or in this case, narcotraficantes, right? And what I thought to myself was, dickhead, the U.S. taxpayers are now paying to clean up all that mess we made in Colombia. We're having to pay for that cleanup because, well, obviously we were wrong, because why did we spray it in the first place if we're having to pay to clean it up? Well, somewhere, is this biblical, or is it a war crime to poison the wells and the water supply and the crops of the indigenous peoples across the planet? I think it's illegal, and it's immoral, and it's unethical, and it will send some people to hell. So I was just about ready just to want to smack this guy right in his mouth. And I decided against it because I didn't want to go to jail. But I can promise you, had he swung at me, I would have had every right to defend myself. And I swear to God, I would have broken bones in his fingers and his dislocated shoulder. I would have hurt him so bad because he was drunk. And I'm sober. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. So I would have been the wrong guy to fool with that day. But I walked away thinking to myself, well, I know this guy's being punished in this lifetime for everything he's done that's evil. Because his wife told my wife's best friend that he can't even get his dick up. So that's what happens when you're fucking evil. God gets you in other ways, and he's dying. And I hope it's slow and painful. And when he's on his deathbed crying, oh God, oh God, oh God, why are you making me suffer like this? He remembers me. I'm going to go visit him at this hospital on his deathbed, I promise you. And I'm going to remind him of this. Can't walk away from your sins. Once they're done, they're done. So you think about this. Is this the kind of world we want to live in?